Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Bidaya Screencast. Today we'll discuss the placement test, which will serve as our compass in determining each student's level before beginning the book, regardless of the student's background. This test represents all the concepts and chapters throughout the book, so based on the student's mistakes in reading these words, we can identify his or her weaknesses and decide which chapter to start from with this student. Students generally will have very different backgrounds. So, for example, one student may have knowledge of identifying the letters such as ba, ya, ghain, mim. Also, the student might be able to read 2 to 3 letter words with fatha, dhamma, kasra. However, suppose the student gets stuck on kabadin and fails to read the word. We identify the student's weakness with chapter 3. So we take one of two options. Either we begin from chapter 3 with the student and continue throughout the book, or the more preferred option is to start with chapter 2 assessment, let the student take the chapter 2 test so we can be absolutely sure that chapters 1 and 2 are perfect before continuing with new material. Another example is a student may be fluent in the first 2 to 3 boxes, and we'll notice assorted mistakes. For example, the student may have trouble just with sukun, or maybe with tanween dham. For this case, we can refer to the second page of the placement test and take note of the student's mistakes in the comments box. For example, I would write, student must review lesson 6, shadda, or lesson 10, sukun. This way, as we progress throughout the book, we can make sure the student's not leaving any concepts behind and has a strong foundation before reading Quran. Another possible case is that the student will be able to read most of the words in the placement test and the student seems ready to begin Quran. However, if the student knows all the concepts in the book, we do not continue without taking chapter 7, which is selected verses from the Quran, and also chapter 7 contains the final test of the book. After the student passes the final test, he or she can continue past Bidaya book and begin to read from the Quran. Jazakumullah khair, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.